For sure, the regional award is the key one for us. So thank you very much. Although we are definitely based here in Singapore, it's very much a springboard for the rest of Southeast Asia and for our regional practice. And we do have great bench strength with one of the biggest teams here in Singapore specializing in this projects and energy space. In particular, we have a lot of strength at the top end with senior lawyers coming to the practice with extensive, long-standing Asia-related experience. And we're also very well integrated across Asia with team members in Tokyo, Shanghai, Beijing, Hong Kong, and Seoul. And we also integrate with our other practices, M&A, disputes, capital markets, as well as the projects practice. So yes, indeed, it's a great team with a great spirit within that team. And we're growing, which is really exciting. Our practice, essentially, we cover all elements of the energy value chain. Upstream, midstream, downstream, LNG, petrochemicals, power, including renewables. And we also cover complex infrastructure projects, road, rail, expressways, ports, and so on. Recently, we've seen increased focus on LNG to power, hydrogen, renewables, especially wind, solar, hydro, geothermal. We specialize in the development and financing work, but are also doing quite a lot of brownfield M&A work in this space. We advise on project bonds, in particular refinancing using project bonds. And we're also advising on project-related disputes. We're quite evenly spread across developer side work and lender side work. We have a great set of corporate clients, and we're also on the panel of all of the major lenders that are active in this space. So it's a very diverse and well-integrated practice. Well, I think there are a few areas that I would like to emphasize. As I mentioned, we're very focused on industry know-how. So we really try to add value by really understanding the industry and not just providing purely legal drafting advice. The demographics of the team also, we are quite senior and experienced. So our advice tends to be quite pragmatic and very commercial and not overly legalistic. So that distinguishes us, I think. We have a particular reputation, I believe, for the most complex structures in the most challenging jurisdictions. That expertise has been built up over a long time and is quite hard to compete against. We also have some longevity, including myself. So in addition to the relationships that we've developed over that long time in practice in Asia, we've seen a lot of twists and turns, crises, financial crisis, currency crisis, pandemics. And so clients look to us for advice on avoiding pitfalls and navigating the landscape in times of challenge. So I think those items, those elements all help differentiate us from our peers.
We've obviously just had COP26, and there's no doubt that many of the issues at the forefront of COP26 will shape business globally, including in Asia in the coming years. We're seeing a lot of interest from clients in relation to ESG, and in particular, how that will shape their business strategy and how they're going to conduct ESG due diligence or integration as part of projects or M&A. As a lawyer, it's really important, I think, to understand the client's perspective and internal requirements, as well as their external reporting requirements in that regard at the outset of any project or transaction. We continue to see strong interest in renewables across the region, where we have a leading practice, and also in relation to carbon capture and storage and hydrogen, which we're at the forefront of as a sector globally. I think we will see clients continuing to look carefully at their business mix, both in terms of project development and M&A, with possible divestments of certain CO2 intensive types of assets in Asia, and a focus on where they want to take their business, taking into account their ESG requirements and commitments. Additionally, I think we're likely also to see upgrade projects for certain types of assets, for example, refineries, coming back to the agenda again.
So the pandemic has forced us to operate very, very differently. And I think we were all quite amazed at quite how smoothly the process went, thanks to what we had in place in terms of technology. But that made us realize that we should invest even more on technology, and we've really doubled down on our technology investment. And I think that will have a huge impact in how we provide services to our clients. So a lot of focus has gone into improving the way we provide services by, for example, including document automation. We're very invested in developing that technology, and we've implemented it a few times on some major transactions, saving an enormous amount of legal cost, but also expediting processes in many of our transactions. We use technology that helps us, expedite conditions precedent, documentation review, but we're also working on our internal systems, how to make our information more accessible to our teams, and have them better equipped to service our clients, so that they can get their results as quickly as possible with minimum legal spend. Absolutely, yes. And it has been quite amazing how much that has sped up in the last 2 years. So in our region, we used to travel all the time, for meetings, and we've now done transactions from beginning to end without a single meeting, all done virtually through Zoom. So speaking to our clients who are also based in different locations from us, and that has been a sort of a great learning process, I think, for all of us in terms of just how to make meetings efficient, and how to make sure that we can achieve the objectives we have to achieve in a different in a different form. And it really is amazing quite how much can be achieved nowadays through Zoom or Teams, and and sort of, yes, it also forces us to be a lot more efficient and sort of thoughtful in how, and our clients in how we communicate. But I think the other thing is, in terms of the services we can provide our clients, I think technology, I think in itself, and implementing legal technology is a service in itself that we can help our clients put through in their own corporations and in their own systems, and that's something that we're doing with some of our key clients. I guess I would start by saying that we add value to our clients every time we provide legal services, obviously, by helping them achieve their objectives. That is adding value to our clients. But I think, to pick up on something that was referred to earlier, what we really pride ourselves in is in understanding the market we operate in and our clients. And we have a real focus as a team, and aligning to our clients and their businesses. And some of the initiatives we've been putting forward this year, for example, is working with one of our key clients in developing templates for a major new initiative they have, to effectively revolutionize the way that they do their business. And so we've been working with them to develop these templates to then sort of be able to roll out this new initiative for them. And that's been hugely exciting, because it meant that we were able to get to know the sort of the team implementing it, and really understand the sort of strategic objectives they were trying to achieve, and sort of really be a catalyst for that.
Stability, yes, in terms of senior lawyers with extensive experience who can provide calm, level-headed, practical advice and solutions. As Bill mentioned, we've seen a number of economic cycles in Asia. So our role is to help clients navigate those and their impact on their businesses and the deals that they do. Strategic direction, absolutely. As Bill said earlier, we're industry experts and very commercial in our approach. Obviously, our role goes beyond advising on the legal drafting. We tend to be at the table strategizing with clients and negotiating the most important points, advising on key risks, matters of valuation, looking at the big picture and the context, as well, of course, as at the boilerplate language. Obviously, clients are always interested in and keen to hear our market knowledge and how that can be applied strategically to their projects, transactions, and disputes. A long-term background and presence in the region is really important for that, and it's one of the great things about our offering and our team.
And it's obviously about the initiatives that they put in place and how they hold themselves accountable for them. For us, diversity and inclusion is a core value, and it's in everything we do. So we at Shearman have a dedicated diversity and inclusion management function, who is responsible for coordinating with the various teams across the globe to implement, initiatives, and obviously initiatives that are targeted to that particular community that we're operating in, and to sort of promote the change that is most relevant there and sensitive to those needs. So to give you some examples of what we've achieved recently, for the last 11 years we've had a perfect score on the LGBTQ equality scale. We've achieved Mansfield certification 4.0 plus, which means that at least 30% of our senior leadership is diverse, which is a fantastic achievement. And across the globe, we continue to implement grassroots initiatives that sort of benefit our lawyers and our staff across sort of all levels of seniority. And in Asia, for example, recently we had a sort of award-winning program with women partner mentoring circles, which were designed to connect senior women in leadership within our firm to other lawyers and staff who are female, to create mentorship and help continue the diversity initiatives that we are very focused on promoting.
Developing excellent legal skills should be a given. What's really important as well, though, is to be able to apply those in a practical and commercial manner. Get to know your client and their business. A trusted advisor relationship takes time to develop and should be based on deep industry knowledge, combined with the knowledge of the client, including its business, its risk appetite, its internal processes, and those sorts of things. Continuously build your business relationships and network from day one. Keep in mind that the person you're working with or on the other side of the table today may also be a client in the future. Also follow your client contacts wherever they end up in their existing business or elsewhere. It's very rare for people to stay in only one job these days. Lastly, be adaptable. I think markets and practice changes, and it's important to see that and stay relevant to the clients and their business.